We're having some structural issues that could be catastrophic, and we need everybody together.
Looks like folks are coming out of the crowd complaining of difficulty breathing, crushing type injuries. Seems like the crowd is compressing, from what I could tell. I was on the Delta side, and I probably saw at least 4 or 5 people pouring out of the crowd, just trying to get away from the crowd. The comps are still going on. The crowd is compressing, is compressing, and the intel we're getting is that the barricade might be compromised or being compromised.
What's up, ghost hunters? This is Mark, your favorite paranormal investigator, diving into the strange, the unexplained, and sometimes the downright spooky. Today we're tackling a topic that's been haunting social media since the tragic Astroworld festival in 2021, the so-called fear frequency, or mysterious sound waves used to spark panic. As a paranormal investigator, I'm all about separating fact from fiction. So let's dig into the science, the claims, and what really happened that night. If you are new here, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you don't miss any of our deep dives into the unknown. Let's get started.
Stage. Look at this, your stage. Look at the stage. Hey.
November 5th, 2001, Houston, Texas. The Astroworld Festival, headlined by Travis Scott, is buzzing with 50,000 fans, ready for an epic night, but it turns into a nightmare. 10 people lose their lives in a crowd crushed, with hundreds more injured. The official reports point to overcrowding, shoddy venue design, and poor planning. But as someone who's chased ghosts and dug into the paranormal for years, I'm not so sure I'm buying this surface-level story. Right after the tragedy, whispers started on TikTok, X, and beyond, claiming the music was laced with a fear frequency, a sound wave that could trigger panic, fear, or something even darker.
Yeah, this is about to be bad. When it starts...
And here's where it gets even crazier. I've seen evidence that high electromagnetic fields, or EMF, could have supercharged the chaos. I know haunted locations use this technique to amplify spooky vibes, and Astroworld might have been next level. Buckle up for this insane dive into the shadows. Let's break down the fear frequency. We're talking infrasound. Sound waves below 20 Hz, too low for your ears to hear, but strong enough to rattle your body and mind. A 2003 UK study showed that infrasound at 17 Hz, when cranked up to high intensity, can make you feel nauseous, dizzy, or like something's watching you. Ever get that creepy vibe in a haunted house? That's not just cobwebs and fake ghosts. It's infrasound, deliberately pumped in to mess with you. I've investigated haunted houses, jails, and old hospitals, and I'm telling you, some of these locations knowingly use low-frequency hums to make every creak feel like a poltergeist. It's like they're hacking your brain to feel fear. It was strange. It was like the house was moving. It almost kind of felt like a fun house. But it's not just haunted houses. Hollywood's been using this trick forever. Horror flicks like The Exorcist or Hereditary sneak infrasound into their soundtracks to make your heart race before the monster even shows up. That low rumble during a tense scene, it's hitting you on a primal level. And here's a little experiment. I've layered a subtle infrasound hum into this video's audio. Nothing dangerous, but enough to make you feel something. Notice any chills yet? Now imagine that at Astroworld, with massive subwoofers blasting bass-heavy tracks, Travis Scott's music is already loaded with low frequencies to hype the crowd. But what if those beats were hiding something more? A fear frequency designed to push people over the edge? Now let's throw in another piece of the puzzle. Electromagnetic fields, or EMF. High EMF levels from power lines, stage tech, or even intentional devices can mess with your head in ways you don't realize. Research by neuroscience Michael Persinger in the 90s showed that strong EMF can trigger paranoia, hallucinations, or a sense of dread. especially in sensitive people. Ghost hunters like me use EMF meters because spikes often line up with reports of ghosts. But here's the kicker. I know some haunted locations pump EMF into their buildings to amplify the spooky effect, called EM pumps. I've been to old asylums and theaters where the EMF readings were off the charts, way too high for just faulty wiring. I've talked to insiders who admitted they use EMF generators to make visitors feel watched or uneasy. It's a dirty little secret in the haunted industry. So, could EMF have been a factor at Astroworld? Think about it. A huge festival with massive lighting rigs, sound systems, and stage tech. All potential EMF hotspots. If someone wanted to experiment, they could have spiked the fields to distort the crowd. Survivors described feeling trapped, panicked, like something unnatural was driving them. That sounds exactly like what I felt in high EMF haunted locations. Dizzy, on edge, like the air is pressing down. Combine that with a fear frequency in the music, and you've got a perfect storm for chaos. But here's the thing. No one's released EMF readings or audio forensics from Astroworld. Why? If there's nothing to hide, show us the data. Now let's zoom out and look at the bigger picture. Astroworld wasn't just a concert, it was a spectacle. Travis Scott shows are built for intensity. Wild visuals, fire effects, and a vibe that pushes fans to go hard. But what if that intensity was weaponized? Ex-users and TikTok sleuths pointed to creepy clues. The stage looked like a portal. Promo art had weird symbols. Some even mentioned graphene oxide and vaccines reacting to frequencies. Now, I'm not saying it's all true, but as a paranormal investigator, I've seen enough to know that weird stuff isn't just a theory. The lack of transparency is suspicious. No audio breakdowns, no EMF maps. It's like they're covering something up. And this isn't just about Astroworld. Fear frequencies and EMF are everywhere. Haunted houses use them to make you think you're seeing ghosts. Movies use them to glue you to your seat. Check the sound design in Nope or A Quiet Place. Military tech like LRAD sonic weapons proves governments know how to use sound and fields to control crowds. Even your phone's EMF might be tweaking your mood right now. And yeah, I've got that low hum in this video's audio to show you how it feels. Ever wonder why you feel off after a horror movie marathon or a night in a haunted attraction? It's not just you, they're playing games with your mind. Now let's take a moment to remember the real tragedy. 10 lives were lost at Astroworld. People with families, futures, stories. Whether it was bad planning or something darker, we owe it to them to dig for the truth. The Houston Police Department's reports talk about logistic failures, but they dodge the weird stuff. No mention of infrasound, no EMF checks. Mainstream outlets like Forbes and Reuters call it all misinformation. But aren't they just the keepers for the official narrative? As a paranormal investigator, my gut tells me there's more to the story. So what's next? If fear frequencies and EMF can manipulate us at concerts, haunted houses, or even through our screens, what else are they doing? Is this about crowd control, some kind of experiment, or something straight out of the paranormal? I felt the effects myself in haunted locations. EMF spikes that made my skin crawl, sounds that hit me in the gut. Astroworld could have been a bigger, badder version of that. But I want to hear from you. Have you ever felt weird at a concert, movie, or spooky spot? Drop your stories down in the comments. I'm reading every one, and maybe your story will make it into the next video. And if you got info on EMF or infrasound tech, slide into my DMs. Here's how we fight back. Take control. Grab an EMF meter, cheap ones are on Amazon, and check your surroundings. Record audio at concerts, analyze it for weird frequency. The truth is out there, but we have to hunt it down. The Netflix doc Trainwreck, The Astroworld Tragedy, has survivor stories, but it skips the deeper questions. Scroll X, check TikTok, Some theories are wild, but there's truth in the chaos. And watch out for those frequencies and fields in your everyday life. They are closer than you think. I'll keep chasing the truth they want buried. If this blew your mind, smash that like button and share it with your friends, and subscribe for more. Until next time, stay awake, stay curious, and watch out for those frequencies and fields. I'll catch you in the next one.